Hey guys, welcome back to Planet Zoo. We are back from where we left off, and we're going to continue working on our safari, which we started in the last episode. I do have a surprise for you all. Since our last episode, we have worked on our safari a little bit more, and as planned, I have extended the safari further along that way, and it looks amazing. Look how huge it is right now. All this area is now designated as our safari. And what I've done as well, along with giraffes and zebras, is added a few more animals, which we will look at now. I originally added 2 giraffes who have had a baby since, as you can see right here. And he looks absolutely gorgeous. Along with the giraffes, we had zebras to start off with, but since then we've added sable antelopes. Look at this guy here. He is a sight. So that's a male sable antelope, and I've also added a female version, 2 of them actually. And the zebras have since had babies as well. Zebras had this little guy. He is so young right now, half a year old. And we also included springboks. There we go. So 2 females here. I do want to add male springboks. At the moment we only have females. And so we've had springboks, we've got sable antelopes, and check these guys out. Where are they? So these are our zebras. Where are they? I mean, look at this area. I mean, it's vast. It's definitely what I was going for anyway, building a massive safari. And I'm just looking for our next surprise animal, and I can't seem to find them anywhere. There they are. So we've added some wildebeest as well. Look at him. Or her. We've got 2 females right now, and I do want to add a male as well. And I think that pretty much covers everything in terms of the number of animals and the species that we were going to add to our safari. I think I'm going to hold off there now in terms of adding more animals, because the plan is for these guys to reproduce. And we definitely have, let me just double check and see what genders do we need. So we've got, in our safari, we've got 2 wildebeest, we've got 2 females at the minute. So I do want to add another male. And then if we go down, where are they? So zebras are fine. They've already had a baby. We started off with 1 male and 2 females, and now they've ended up with a baby, Sophia, over here. And actually, we've got 2 babies. Oh, I didn't realize. So we've got Adelola, a female, and we've got Sophia. So zebras have had 2 babies actually, and the giraffes had 1 baby. We started off with the male and a female, and 2 females, 2 female sable antelopes, and a male there. And then we've got springboks as well, 2 females. So I think we need a male springbok, and we need a male wildebeest, and that should complete our safari animals for sure. Let's now check if we have any male wildebeests available. So we've got nothing for wildebeests at the minute, and let's have a look at springboks as well. Where are they? They always seem to have some funny name. They're never just called springboks, are they? Oh, they do. Okay, they are called springboks. I thought it would probably be like, I don't know, brown springbok or something, like black wildebeest. Okay, so we don't have springboks. We don't have any male springboks at the minute. So we definitely need to add male wildebeest and male springboks. But look at this. This is everything I could have imagined, really. We wanted to extend our safari area further that way deeper into the zoo. And I've managed to do that. I've also extended this lake, which we had over here. And it was quite a small lake, but what we've done is just moved it along this way. So it kind of acts like a river in the middle here. It narrows down, and then a bigger lake towards the other half of the safari. And this gives enough space, I'm sure, for all our animals to hang out and really give us that safari feel. Because the plan in this episode is, once the rain has ended, which is never ending at the minute, we're in August. It feels like we're in UK, but I'm actually playing on a North American map. Yes, the plan for this episode is to build an adventure tour ride which cuts through the safari. It would be, I'm thinking of this transport ride. So we've got 4x4 adventure tour, and this would really add so much to our safari area. I'm hoping to start this ride off here at some point, and the track will run through the whole of safari, so the guests can actually see all the animals, and then potentially carry on the track all the way here. Because apparently, how it works is people only jump on these rides if they have a destination to go to. So if I build multiple stations, one starting from the start of the safari, going through it, we have another station here by the hippo habitat. Hopefully this will encourage the guests to actually use it, and the idea is for them to travel from one station or one part of the park to another. So I'm hoping that should work. Otherwise we're going to end up with an empty ride if it was just a loop going around. But look at this. Let's just admire our wildebeest for a minute, and what we've done here. Check these guys. I know we've only got 2 at the moment, but I don't want to add too many, because although they like to hang around in big groups, it's quite a social animal, isn't it? And they move in massive herds. I don't think we're going to be able to manage such a massive herd. So I'm hoping they can just grow organically, have babies, and it's just easier to manage that way. Otherwise, it would be too much. And look at them in the water. Absolutely amazing creatures. And you've got baby giraffe there in the back. What's he called actually? Thema. Okay. Thema. Right. I think we're gonna carry on now and start work on our adventure tour ride. My plan is to start from here, which would encourage guests to actually come all the way to this side of the park. Otherwise, because it's huge, there's no incentive for them to walk all the way down here. So let's start our adventure tour ride from here. This is where I'll build an entrance essentially, and then I'm hoping to get the track at least built through the habitat, going all the way around this way, and then maybe all the way around here. We may need to move this pen or shelter because it might interfere with the track, and we want the track going all the way around along this lake and then exit through here, which would then lead to the hippo habitat and maybe have a station on this side. But let's play around with it and see how this all pans out. I have already added an airlock gate, which will allow our track to go through the habitat. We do need another one on that side as well, so let's get cracking. We're gonna do the 4x4 adventure tour, and I'm going to build the station a bit further out, because what I want to do is turn this into a whole plaza or a complex, like a train station essentially, where people can queue up and cover everything, cover all of this up and turn it into an actual entrance. Let's hope this works, because I've not actually tried building a transport ride before in my previous playthrough, so this is a first for me. Let's add a few more station platforms. I do want this to be big, so more cars can actually fit on there, allowing the guests to, as many guests actually, to jump on. If we have a small platform, then we're not going to have enough carts or cars to go around. I think this should be enough though. This is big enough, I reckon. Let's maybe do one more. Okay, and now start our track and try and take it out as much as I can. And the tricky part is to actually get this aligned to go through the airlocks, which is always a challenge, because nothing in this game is easy. It's always throwing curveballs. Can I connect now? Look, see, I can't do that. I've actually extended our station out so far, but I still can't seem to align it. I wonder why this is. Okay, well, I'm going to try a few more things just to get this aligned and see. Oh my god, we've got an escaped animal. Wait, what's going on? Oh no, the baby tapir is on the run. There he is. Capture, quick. I don't know how he managed to escape. We've actually put rocks all the way around to make it as escape proof as possible, but still we have little rascal just causing havoc. I'm just amazed also. Just look at the amount of people we have in our zoo. This is amazing. I mean, over 1,000 guests currently, and it does look crowded. But it's good. At least we're making money. Making a lot of money. And it's also a good sign for our safari area, because more and more people are actually coming this way. I just need to get this tour ride to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually play around a little bit to get this track to go through these airlocks, because it's proving slightly tricky at the minute. But let's see, and I'll see you shortly. Right guys, we are finally done, and I'm not gonna lie, that was ridiculously hard to do. I mean, it took me so long to actually get all of this done, and for some strange reason I couldn't do another airlock gate. I managed to put one here and get the track running through the gate, but for some reason I couldn't do one on the other side. So what I've had to do, a little workaround, is to lift the track up and force it to go over the barrier. It's just insane. It took me so long, but we finally managed to do it. I think it looks okay. We can always cover this with rocks and trees, but I don't know why the game just couldn't let me do another airlock gate and do what I've done here, where the track goes through the gate. But we've got a workaround. I think this will work, and time to test it now, see if it actually functions like I want it to. Let's go on here, and it's closed. Why is there a problem? I need to test it. I'm not sure what the issue is now. Come on, guys. Do I need to place an entrance? Connect entrance to path, maybe? For now, I just want to be able to test the ride. Okay. Does that mean it's gonna actually work? Oh yeah, it is. Look, it's going now. Phew. Right. Where did it go? Where's the ride? There it is. Okay, let's just follow it now. I'm not going to fiddle or mess around with anything or click any buttons. Let's just see if this works. So far so good. So I've got the track running along the fences. Hopefully this will entice other people as well walking past to queue up for the ride and actually use it. I have built, as you can see, another station on the other end. This would also encourage people to actually use it to get from A to B, because if I did a loop circuit, I don't think you get much traction on that. I don't think many people use it. But if the idea is for people to get from one part of the park to another, this should hopefully work. And that's why I've added another station right at the end. So look at our wildebeest in the background there. I think this should be good. I think the guests will enjoy it because you get a nice close-up view of the animals and wildebeest running across the track there as well. And then we're coming up to a bend here which goes over the lake. So far so good, right? Hopefully the guests will actually use it. But yeah, coming up to another bend and our little hill that we've done as a workaround because we just couldn't figure out how to do the airlock gate. But I think it works. Hopefully it should it makes the ride a bit more thrilling, doesn't it? Going up a hill and then down. It's not exactly a roller coaster, but it's something. Ooh, there we go. Coming up to the hill. It's going to be a nice thrilling drop there. Oh, there's a zebra escaped. Zebra, an escapee in the back there. I need to put him back. I think it's because I was messing around with the fences earlier when I was doing this track, so a zebra has managed to escape. Okay, so we're coming up to our stop there. Perfect. I think this works. At least the ride works, which is good. Now what do I need to do? I need to add an entrance and an exit and build queuing paths. Imagine if this stops right there. Okay. So let's sort out that zebra. Where is he? Saw one there. Oh god. They're all escaping now. Emergency capture and emergency capture. I think this is it in terms of escaped animals. I don't think there's any more. Right, so what I'm going to do now is we're going to build an entrance and exit on either side with queues and a path for people to queue up. and then connect it to the actual path there. And what my aim is ultimately is to build a station, like a nice complex or a plaza, to look like a train station, or something that's indoors, just to cover up this bit and make it look slightly nicer than it does at the minute. So let's try and build some entrances and exits. Right, I think this should ought to do it. I think we need to set prices for this, or is it free? Ride ticket booth. Not too sure. I mean, it's red at the minute, so that means it's closed. Can I open it? Why is there a problem? I don't get it. I've done everything that was required. This is the only problem, because I haven't done this before, right? It's I'm all new to this, and I feel like an amateur at the minute. Okay, so it's testing, right? Good. Okay, I can open this. Why can't I open the other side? Definitely managed to open that. The screen, look. So, what? Do I need to have that as a... Do I need to test it before I can open it? I'm not too sure. It all seems to be fine. Unless I need to switch the entrance and exits around, but it looks fine. Arriving vehicles will override the minimum rider load as well as the minimum and maximum waiting times can increase yearly guess. Minimum departure interval must also have elapsed. Okay. Not too sure what's going on. Do I need a staff member? No, there's a staff member there. I just don't understand why I can't open this. The other one seems to be open, which is good. Oh, let's connect this path actually. People are not going to be able to get to the ride. Okay. Who's escaped now? Springbok. Where are you? No, Springbok's fine. It's the flamingos and zebra. Wait, well, how are they escaping? There's a barrier there, surely. Okay, we've got more problems now. It's all happening, guys. It's all happening. It's chaos. For one safari ride, we have escaped animals, and it starts to rain, and it's all going on at the minute. Like, I don't know what's going on. How are they escaping from this, right? Look, it's a barrier. There's a fence there. So what's going on? I don't understand. Edit barrier? Barrier? See now, how has he just managed to... I don't understand. Right, can I reconnect it? Do I need to add rocks? Capture these? I'm wasting like so much money on just putting animals into boxes. And I have no idea why. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add a few rocks there. At the minute it's all workaround. What's this? Should I add this? No, I think I want to add that to the our station. some theming around there. But let's try and block this by adding these rocks, and hopefully this should work. I mean, I'm really like lost at the moment. I don't know why the animals are escaping. I don't know why the other station's not working. The game doesn't actually spell it out for you, which is a shame, because no amount of instructions actually tell you anything about the issues with Safari Ride and how to sort out all the stations, etc. I've just had to wing it. I've just had to figure it out myself. Okay, he's going there. Maybe that isn't open until a car arrives, or do I need to do a... Maybe I need to do a loop. Maybe I do need to do a circuit, because one station, I think it'll have to be a circuit job. But then it doesn't make sense, because I actually want I want these guys to be able to go through the habitat as well. So if I do a circuit, these guys will miss out. Okay, let me just figure this out, and I'll be right back. Right, so we're back after doing a whole circuit, essentially. So what I've done is I've continued that track all the way around and connected to the main station. Hopefully this loop circuit might work now for the second station. I've also added a few cliffs just to add to the terrain a little bit. Just made a few cliffs and a tunnel track, basically going through the tunnel, which looks quite cool actually. It's not too bad. So let's see now if the second station works and if I can test the ride there as well. It is I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty challenging doing all of this. Okay, now we don't have any power. Brilliant. It's just one thing after another. I'm going to delete that rather than waiting for the mechanic to come and fix it and put a new one in. This game is just bittersweet, you know, so much fun, but then certain things really grind my gears. It's so frustrating. You know, you deal with one problem and another starts. Okay, let's just test the ride. Right, so we've tested both the stations and the ride itself, and it's all working. Seems to be fine. So we're going to go ahead and open it now, and let's hope we get guests. Here it goes. Woohoo! It's the grand opening of the Adventure Tour Safari, and we have no one. I'm sure people will slowly make their way towards the ride. I mean, yeah, you've got a few people coming over, and I'm just hoping that this wasn't all that effort and money wasn't wasted. I will, like I said, turn this into a proper plaza and a station with a lot of themes and make it look attractive. And we'll probably do some work around these as well. The cliffs look nice in my opinion. I do need to add a few lights in the tunnel so it's not too dark. We don't want this to turn into a horror ride. And I do also want to do some work around the terrain here, just to smooth it out a little bit and make it look nicer. But I think the hills now, or this little bump, does look natural. And with few rocks and trees, I think it will look amazing. Oh wow, we've got people queuing up. Brilliant. That's what we like to see. And I mean, people going that way probably don't get that much of a view, but they do get a tunnel. Whereas people coming from that direction do get to see a little bit more, because the track, which I originally did, does go all the way around the habitat. I do hope that adding this ride doesn't actually impact our animals too much. Let's see if there are people queuing up on that side. Oh, has it left? Oh, there's no one on there. Okay, it left without anyone. That's not good. I'm hoping though on the other side there will be a lot more people there. Let's add I've seen an opportunity. There's people hanging around in that area, so I've seen an opportunity to add a donation bin. Why not? We're here to make money. This isn't a charity. Let's add one here. Come on guys, hopefully this will entice you to jump on the safari ride. Looks good. The cliffs were accidental because I was doing some terrain work over there, and I just liked the look of it, so I thought, why not keep it? Okay, I'm gonna quickly check the other side and see. You guys aren't leaving, are you? Come on now. Oh no, they're entering the queue. Brilliant. Hopefully by the time our car arrives, these guys can actually well, we can have a lot more people jumping on. I don't quite know how to increase the number of cars. At the moment it's just one car. I'm not quite sure how you could do that. I don't know whether it just automatically adds additional cars if there's more people in the queue, or does it work like Planet Coaster where you actually decide the number of cars? Not too sure. Again, it's trial and error for me. I've never done this before, so I'm glad that I've actually got this working at least. It took me a while, but we got there. Right, come on, hurry up. I want to see people jumping on this ride. There we go. I don't know if we can increase the speed of the car either. It's just very slow. There we go. Our first ever safari ride with people in it about to start. Yeah, I'm hoping, I mean, this is why I built the station big enough to include additional cars, so I'm not too sure how I'm going to do that. There we go, so that's full. Right, this is going to be interesting. I definitely need to work out how I can add more cars to our station. But for now, I think we're going to end the episode here. This safari, laying down the track and planning everything took a while. And I'm going to finish the episode here and continue to build and do some terrain work and also some work on the plaza, building the station here on either side in the next episode. So I'm hoping to see you all in the next episode. Hope you've enjoyed today, and thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you in the next episode.